At james.crid.land, I'm James Cridland, the radio futurologist. This week is iHeartRadio, the future of radio. iHeartRadio has done something quite clever this week. In the US, the iHeartRadio app contains a bunch of features, not just live radio streams, but podcasts, algorithmic radio stations, and if you pay for it, a music service, much like Spotify. Now, a few weeks ago, it added a feature that brings it up to parity with Spotify, its own version of Discover Weekly, that feature that uncannily works out the kind of music you enjoy listening to and gives you more new stuff that you'd otherwise not have heard. This service is the main reason that I stick with Spotify, so it's interesting seeing iHeartRadio adding its own. Last week, it added something that even Spotify doesn't have: intelligent segues. Because up until now, every music service has essentially played a set of songs one after the other with great big gaps between them. And many bright young programmers were quite happy with this because they hadn't come from a world of radio where you can do some lovely things with a decent segue. I've lost count of the amount of music services I've spoken to who've looked at me with a blank stare when I talked about what a segue was and how nice it is. iHeartRadio appears to have fixed this, though. They've worked with some outfit called Super Hi-Fi to produce proper, decent segues, whatever you're playing on the service. And yes, it does volume leveling as well. Now, in the UK, the latest Midas survey from Radar, which came out very recently, shows that during the workday, about 17% of the UK listens to radio, but about 12% are listening to on-demand music services. And that's a considerable amount of listening to music services in a country that doesn't have Pandora or iHeartRadio, but does have Spotify and a number of others. iHeartRadio's strategy appears to be to invest in a product that competes with radio and might one day take it over. And that must have been quite a hard sell to the board, but as they continue growing that product, it seems more sensible by the month. Up until now, radio's main promotional tool has just been to promote their music policies to the exclusion of all else. But when you've online music services which are now capable of music discovery and even the subtle effect of a decent segue, now's the time to focus surely on the other things that radio has to offer. After all, why promote the best music from the 80s, 90s and now when you could be promoting instead the thing that makes your product unique, the human beings? You can get my weekly newsletter at james.crid.land and daily podcast news at podnews.net. And until next time, keep listening.